Today we are going to look at how to solve simultaneous equations. So this is the example that we have. These are the equations that we want to solve for the values of x and y. So first what you should be doing is that rewrite the equation and then you're going to number them as equation 1 and equation 2. The next thing you want to do is identify which equation is easier to sub into. So if you look at the first equation, you can see that xy has a coefficient of 4. And then for the second equation, y has a coefficient of 3 and x has a coefficient of 1. So from this you can see that this equation would be easier to work with because you have x with a coefficient of 1. So next what we want to do is rewrite the equation such that x is going to be on the left hand side. And then you get x is equals to 1 minus 3y. And then going back to our two equations, you can see that this is the equation that we made use of to rewrite and then make x the subject. So you want to make use of this equation to sub this x into. So next we are going to be subbing the x value into this equation. So what I'm doing here is just expanding. So this x I expanded, and then next you're going to expand this 4 inside to get this. And then after that I want to expand this y inside, and then I'm going to get this equation. Next what I like to do is always write in the form of y square plus and then something y plus the constant here. So here if y has a coefficient you write that, okay, then you put the another constant here. That will be easier for you to identify if you're missing any variables or if you're on the correct track. So next, you can either use a calculator for this method. So you can use a calculator. What I'm doing here is just using the quadratic equation to sub into. So this is the formula for the quadratic equation. So I'm going to identify my a as 12, my b as -4, and my c as -5. Then I just simply sub in my b here, my b here, and then a, c, and then another a here. After that, you just key in this whole equation into the calculator, and then you do the square root of 256, you should get 16. And then after that, you can see there's a plus minus, because whenever you are doing this equation, there is going to be a plus minus due to the square root. So you keep the plus minus, but then here you're going to expand into two separate sections, one with plus, one with minus. So that means there's two possible values that y can now take. So from here to here, I'm just using the calculator, just find out the values. And then after that, here I know that y is equals to 5 over 6. So I'm just rewriting it in a form that I can expand equals to 0 so that I can show my workings from this statement. 12y squared minus 4y minus 5 is equals to this simplified statement. And then I'm expanding my y values, and then I know that x is equals to 1 minus 3y. Since I have my y values here, I just sub in here, sub in, and then you get your x values, and then you write it in a coordinate form or any form that the questions ask you to. Hope you enjoyed the explanations. Please feel free to comment any doubts that you have. Do like and subscribe so that I can continue making such explanations to make you better understand AMAth. Thank you so much.